even though they all kind of look the same, there's different things happening that create a sense of difference, but it's kind of the same, so you won't notice it. Once I have that stuff written down, then I jot and I will just randomly write stuff down. And now I'm at the point where I've gotten some pretty good ChatGPT prompts that I will not share with people watching this because you're not ready yet. And these prompts, it's taking so long to figure them out. And that's part of the reason why I won't share them. I know it sounds like douchey or bad, but it's like
20 lines.
there's a lot there. Yeah, it's not simple stuff, but also you have to know a lot about your audience and the videos that have worked for you and the intimacies of it and like there's so many little finite things that you need to know in order for the prompts to work. If you don't know, the prompts are actually worthless. But to someone who does know, it makes life so much easier. So after I get like an initial draft of the script, I'm like, okay, now it's time to refine. And that's when I get ChatGPT involved. And it's been making my life a little bit easier. ChatGPT spews something out, I refine it, and then I do that for each section of the video. I will even ask ChatGPT to like give me 5 transition sentences for each section of the video. Sometimes I'll keep it, sometimes I throw it out. Sometimes I hate what ChatGPT gave me, but they gave me like a different way to look at the script, so then I rephrase it, send it back, gives me an alternate version. I'm like, it's getting better, and then I send it back. And sometimes, for me, it's all about like, what is I put so much pressure on each word. I'm like, oh, this phrase sounds cool. And then the hard part is with ChatGPT, because it's like a closed loop essentially, where it doesn't know all the most recent information. It's really hard to get it to give me good, like, what's the word I'm looking for? Like pop culture references, because I use a lot of pop culture references in my videos. So it's really tough to get it to that. So that's like, I will sit on the script until I'm like, okay, I want to put that meme there, that thing there. Because like that stuff to me is so important that I will sit on the script until I have these things figured out. And sometimes in the edit, a joke that I thought was good when I wrote it down, or like a quip or something, I'll be like, man, this actually is really lame. This other thing will work better. And sometimes there's a spot where I'm like, this meme will make even like be hilarious right here. And I'll go grab that meme and throw it in the video. But because I'm already thinking of that stuff, I have like fail safes in case in terms of jokes that work. And once I get that point going, then I will finally put it into Google Docs for the editor and for archiving. And then in my version, Apple Notes then goes onto my teleprompter. Now, I kind of cleaned it up, but it's a mess. If someone was to see my notes and they were to see my script writing process, it'd be so bad. Like, they'd be like, well, how do you understand what is happening? I'm like, because this is me. This is my brain. Like, this is how it works. Yeah. But I've tried so many other people's methods, and I really think that when it comes to script writing, you need to find what works for you, and kind of you have to figure out how your brain works. And a really good book, it's called When, and from Daniel Pink, and it's basically like, when are you figuring out your schedule, and like, when are you best motivated, when are you most creative. I think it's really important for a creator to like understand that about themselves, because like some people are like, wake up at like 6 a.m. and then by 9 o'clock you're working on scripts and yada. I'm like, I am not programmed to like, I'm a morning person, but I'm not programmed to like, I have to, when I have the little spark of creativity, I will put everything aside. I won't work out. I'm like, I can work out later. I can do this thing later. I can do that later. Like, everything goes aside, because that moment right there, I'm like, I am in the zone, and I need to work on whatever it is I need to work on right now, because if I don't, I'm going to lose that spark. And I know how rare and hard it is for me to get back to this place. And I know a lot of people talk about like curating it and creating systems to build it, but I do that, but the scripts and my best work always comes out from those moments. And so I really treasure them, and I'm like, I will just, I was going to work out, but now I'm going to work out later on in the afternoon. Like, that's just, I'm going to do this, and I will do that all the time. And that book really helped me kind of like fine tune how I work, because some people try to put themselves on different schedules that people recommend, and it's like, no, you got to figure out what works for you, and then like give yourself permission to exploit it when you're most creative. Like, some people are like, oh, I feel so bad, I'm most creative at midnight. It's like, no, that's good. be most creative at midnight, and everything else, like move everything else in your life around that, because that's your zone of genius. Don't feel bad because everyone else is asleep or they're like